Shalom YouTube family, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the family.
In today's video, we'll be discussing why we left Tanzania and what we have going on next.
Let's get started.
And make sure to stay tuned the entire video if you want to know where we are right now, and if you want to see a little surprise that we have for you in the end.
So when we first got to Tanzania, our plans was to come to Tanzania and kind of visit and stay here for a little while, and then go maybe to Ghana or another place where the visa situation was a little bit easier. But then we got into a situation to where we was able to stay for a lot longer with a 2-year visa, and we're having a baby, so we needed a place that we can settle down. So this was the best place for us.
Yeah, so as most of you guys know, when you get a visa in Tanzania, you have to leave every 3 months.
Yeah.
So we were expecting to have to do that. So we thought we were going to have a chance to travel, which is what we wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
But then since I was pregnant and things didn't work that way, and then we got blessed to get the visa where we didn't have to leave, which was good because of the pregnancy. When we decided to leave, it was really kind of random. So one day I jokingly said something about leaving. I don't even really remember what I said. And he was like, "Oh, you want to leave?" And I was like, "No." I was kidding. And then the next day he was like, "Oh, do you think we should leave?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then it was we talked about it. We decided to pray about it. And we basically prayed that if we were supposed to stay in Tanzania, for the Most High to not let us be able to leave.
Yeah.
And that if we were supposed to leave, to make it easy for us to leave.
Yeah.
Because we still had things to do, with the baby. We had to get her birth certificate, her Tanzanian birth certificate, to get her passport, to get her, report of birth abroad, all these things that you need to be able to take her out of the country. So all that stuff would have had to happen, and we didn't know how that was going to work. So we just prayed for everything to go smoothly if we were supposed to leave.
Right. And me, I don't look at things pretty much like random or just coincidence. When she got the thought, I looked deeper into it, and it was like, okay, let me pray about this, because we wasn't even on that tip, we trying to leave, or we went through a lot prior to that. For our past videos, we talk about her pregnancy and the complications with that, but we never was we wanted to leave. And so her saying it out of nowhere, I was like, let me look deeper into it. And so the prayer I usually pray is similar to that. If this is your will, let it happen. If not, don't let it happen, right? That's how I see it in the scriptures. And that's what we did. And so after that, we was like, okay, we're gonna actually start moving forward to go to a different place, right? And so that's what we started to do.
Faith without works is dead. So we're asking to make it easy if we're supposed to leave. So we had to start the process of trying to leave, to see if roadblocks would come up and things like that. And everything went very smoothly. Yeah. We went to the place to get her birth certificate. They actually put that she was a boy on her birth certificate, and they said we would have to come back in 3 days. We ended up still getting it in the same day within, I think we were there for maybe an hour.
Yeah. It went smoothly.
Yeah. Then we had to take that to the U.S. Embassy to get her passport and a consular report of birth abroad. It's her citizenship, showing that she's a citizen, but she was born somewhere else. So it's her birth certificate. So we had to go get that. We had already decided a date that we were going to leave to attempt to do everything.
Right.
They told us that it would take 3 weeks for the birth certificate to come, 2 weeks for the passport. So he booked the flight basically in 3 weeks. Yeah.
And I did that on purpose, because if we weren't going to get it on time, I take it as a sign that we weren't supposed to leave. But if we get everything before, we booked the flight and cutting it close like that, then the Most High is doing it, for a reason, to see, okay, if we're going to leave or stay. So that's kind of what I based that off of. Right.
And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, we got her passport and the birth certificate thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So we had the flights, we had everything we needed for her. It's pretty much a done deal. All right.
But also, we had our own reasons, why we did want to leave, outside of spiritual reasons. One of the reasons was, like I said before, we was going through a lot of stuff in Tanzania, and being how, different it is in Tanzania with her having a baby, opposed to being somewhere like America, we faced a lot of different challenges. For one, we didn't have our family, going through this, and feel like we didn't have as much support as we needed to have when we was out here, and we
Right.
went through a lot. So
honestly, we didn't. I would say the things weren't even necessarily pertaining to Tanzania. We were going through things that if we were going through those same things somewhere else, it would have been hard. But obviously, not having our families around and things like that kind of made it more stressful, I would say. So once we decided that we were going to come back, you know, just the thought was, it would be really nice for our baby to like see her grandparents and you know, her cousins and all that, which was a beautiful thing. Right. So, yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Another thing, once we decided we were going to leave, that was on my mind. I don't know if it was so much him, but as you all know, our baby was premature, so she was itty bitty. There was nothing for her. Like all of her clothes are like 3 times too big. Like they just didn't have
things necessary for a premature baby.
They don't have things to help you with a premature baby in Tanzania. Like even like the smallest size diapers, like
they were huge.
They didn't even have like newborn like small diapers. The smallest size was for like an 8-pound baby, and our baby was, when we left, she was what, 5 pounds barely. So
right. And another thing was, as we said earlier, we had a 2-year visa at the time, and we thought that we were going to get a 2-year visa for our baby once she was born, but it didn't work out that way. We ended up having to pay a lot more money just to get her to stay for the 2 years. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think it was 2 years, I think it was for 1 year. But
so I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 years, but what was discussed when we first got ours was that it was just like a drop in the bucket, like a few dollars, like nothing to pay for hers.
They said $50.
Yeah, they said $50, but then after we had her, they said like $500, and at that point, we could have paid the $500, but we weren't sure that we were going to even be there that long. So it was like, okay, well, what's the point in paying $500 if we're not going to be here? Like if we were for sure going to be there for the whole 2 years, then the $500 would be worth it. But is it if we're not going to be there? We didn't know. So we decided not to do that.
So right now, we're back in America. And one of the biggest reasons why we didn't just go to a different African country, but America, was because we had, you know, some tax stuff that we had to get situated, get our baby social security card, and a few things that we had to handle, and really just to regroup before we figure out where we want to go next. So we just wait on the Most High to tell us what we're going to do instead of just going, jumping, and, you know, making different moves. So
we're just familiar with this place. We have, you know, the support of our families here. So for now, while we figure out where we want to go, which we have a very, very good idea of where we're going to go, and some of you that know us already know where that is, but you know, we'll keep that under wraps.
We just say this: it's in Africa somewhere.
But we are, you know, gonna stay in prayer to see where the Most High wants us to do. We do have an idea. We do know what we want to do, but you know, if the Most High says so, obviously. And we do want to travel. It's not just, we don't want to just go to Africa and stay in Africa, because there's so many places that we have not seen. Like, our passports don't have nothing in it. Moving forward, our channel will be a little bit different. We didn't necessarily intend for it to be all about Tanzania when we started, but we were in Tanzania. Thus, you're going to talk about where you are, what you're doing. And then people asked a lot of questions, which caused us to make videos answering those questions, things like that. So, moving forward, we will be doing more videos talking about, you know, current events, things like that, how they pertain to
our people,
you know, the scriptures, you know, what's going on in the last days, things like that. Also,
more like traveling videos too. Because
and when we get back to traveling, so there will be some vlog type situations in there as well. But you know,
so stay tuned for it. It's gonna be exciting.
If you want to be here, be here. We ain't gonna hold you, but you know, come through.
And as we promised, y'all stayed all the way to the end. We got a little surprise for y'all. So come here, Sash. Bring Pootie.
Thank you.
She a little fussy right now, but y'all haven't met Pootie.
Say hey, Pootie.
This is Soraya Raquel Moody.
Hey.
Say hey to the camera. Look.
Say hey. Hey. She's not having it.
It's 'cause she want her dad to say hey.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So, this is it. Oh, my bad, baby. So yeah, guys, we really appreciate y'all staying to the end, and please stay tuned for the rest of our videos. They're going to be interesting and exciting.
If you want to see more of this beautiful chocolate baby, stay tuned.
Okay. Well, as always, family, we love you, and shalom.
Shalom.